call this Town of Selma Recreation Advisory Board meeting for May 19th, 2026 to order. First thing on the agenda is to approve the agenda. Questions, complaints, or changes?
I do not have any.
Good, I move to approve the agenda.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good. We are approved. All right, consent agenda, the approval of the minutes from the February, actually, that would be, this one actually is all the way back to last year, November. I've read I'm good with it.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
You weren't even here.
I
but
wasn't here.
You want to make the motion?
I motion to approve the minute.
I guess since I was here, I'll second that one.
Okay.
So, all in favor of approving them?
Aye.
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 Okay. And right into the meat of things, discussions, the 2026-27 budget discussion.
All right, thank you, Ms. Mullins. Bringing back from the March meeting, right? It was March.
Yep, February.
No, February. We had a very early draft.
Yeah.
Not a lot has changed. A few things that y'all would ask for. Number one, what you won't see in this budget is y'all would ask for that roof to be included. It is included in the public facilities budget.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that all our construction projects like that go in that one public
Okay.
facility. So, the only other thing I remember, that was requested that has been removed just for budgetary reasons. We're gonna try to put Sumner Street Park off to next year.
Yeah, we discussed that.
Yeah. We did get a sliding board, in Edgebrook, which was a council and the y'all's request. That is included in this budget.
Okay.
The small equipment, I know we're gonna go into the super stuff, the small stuff that they had included, we've got that covered in here under, supplies and materials.
Okay. And then I did notice, on your recommendations, you had an equipment, not capital, and a capital outlay that were just both large numbers. It looks like it was just shifting around to some numbers, but just curiosity, were those anything?
Equipment not capital was, if you look on the very bottom, included
Did I
a
miss it?
floor buffer, some, picnic. So
Ah.
there was a request for park benches and picnic tables, if we kind of split the difference.
Okay,
With those, a few bleachers for the soccer area, because right now nobody has any seating except for you
right.
bring your own chair.
So that's those
Yeah.
ones that are kind of movable a little bit?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, to 2-3 people, it's the smaller ones. And, if you look at the scores table on the gym, it looks really bad.
Okay,
So updating and replacing.
Yeah, I missed that at the
And just for
bottom,
your information, just for clarity, as far as budgetary equipment, not capital, is things that are less than $5,000 for one thing.
yeah,
Capital outlays opposite, anything above
yeah.
5,000.
And that's just the board for Edgebrook was the 15th. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
That
That's
stuff is
cool.
absolutely.
I missed that at the
outrageous.
bottom. That's on me.
Yeah,
So-
that's this playground equipment is made of something very
Cool.
expensive.
It is. It's made of magic gold and fairy dust, I think, some days. Did y'all have any questions about what was on this sheet?
No.
Then Suber,
Super, what I would recommend to you is, the only thing on that original sheet is the, handicap door replacement.
Yep.
Which we come in, if you remember the original quotes without going wider and doing the whole frame for around 9.
Yeah.
We're under that 12, we're right around 11.
Yep.
Do it the way y'all were talking about. So I was just into 9 new computers, is the biggest request they have. So, I mean, that's
So-
obviously completely up to you guys, but that's what I would recommend to start with.
so go ahead and get those two pushed up to council.
Go ahead and knock them out. No, and honestly, you gotta let them know that this one's actually on y'all. This is a decision, not a recommendation.
Right, that's right. So, I forgot about that. We don't
Yeah,
even
that's
push this to
weird.
council, so.
Weird thing because the website.
Yeah, because it's set up that way.
So, if y'all tell me, we set that up in a
People do.
budgetary line item and wrote.
Make that decision.
Yeah, we do. We only have to have three.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
We're a five-member board.
I
Okay,
can
yeah,
explain it
we
deeper, but
change
it's-
it officially, okay.
Yeah, we can do that because we're 5 members now. Totals is our total possible.
Okay.
So, all right. So then on the computers and the doors,
That doesn't deplete the funds, so there's still some.
No, but that at least burns through those two items, and then we can discuss what to do with the remaining
The,
after
the,
that.
the biggest issues they ever had, yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody feel like those are good to go? They wanna make a motion?
I make a motion.
Okay,
A second.
alright, for the doors
Yes.
and the computers.
Yes,
Yes.
in the super.
So, all those in favor?
Aye.
So, chief, if you wouldn't mind making those doors and those computers happen.
Roll it. There is some time, there's a lot of lead time on
That's-
that door.
yeah.
That's why I wanted to give it to you as quick as we could, cause I knew that's gonna take some time. Cause it's not like they're gonna just magically walk in there and have that done in a day.
Do we know how, like, an estimate of how much is left of that program once there?
Yeah,
I think it was 58 total.
it was 58 total, so that's 20, so that still leaves us 30 that we're gonna have to find
So
some.
we're talking
So we
about
need to,
that big and the kids and the,
yeah, we need to think through what we wanna do there.
Yeah, cause I mean, I haven't even broached prices on that.
No, and that's, I mean, this will get two biggies out of the way though.
I mean, the handicap door is it's like almost a
It's a necessity.
non-negotiable. I mean, you could
It is.
actually be
We can get
hit
double for that.
for
Yeah.
not having it.
Yeah,
But,
we can. And so, and honestly, it's a service to the community. It just, that door, I just went through it a little while ago and it's just awful.
Oh, yeah.
every Monday we go through it
Yep,
It-
for Lego.
it's like lean on the door and start pushing it open.
yep, once a week.
So, all right, then I think we're good on that until the next meeting to talk about where we're at with Suber.
Okay.
Good with that?
The rest of it could be a project $5,000, or
Well, that's,
you could spend $50,000 upgrading it to make it more.
Yeah.
right, I mean, there's still the train
Layout
stuff
friendly.
and everything else, so we can talk about all of that, but this will at least get these two rolling.
Okay.
Parks and Rec Master Plan.
I think we can really talk about B and C together with
Yeah,
parts.
I think we
And-
can.
And let me tell you where
Great.
we're working. So, I know you two will remember, we applied for Part F. We used one time we did it on our own, one time we did it with, an engineer. And both times it didn't work out, and I was very disappointed with the engineer. I've engaged with a different one. And they gave us the hard truth of you ain't ready to apply. And I like that. I want someone to tell me that. We rushed it last time. The things that, a couple of the big things that we got hit is obviously, this is talking about this master plan. Surveys, engagement with the community. We went into it as, we wanna do this, and let's make it fit. And that's not how that thing scores. So we have engaged with them. We're not ready to apply this year. This will be a long year process that y'all will be very well involved with, and it has to do with the sidewalks and trails as well. We'll open up to the communities, hey, where do we need to apply for this at? What is the highest priority? And also what we can fit in the budget, because, it sounds like a lot of money, but it runs out quick. It's only 500,000. Everything, if you come up with a $2 million project, you fund 1.5.
Yeah.
And that's almost not doable without some more help. Now, it doesn't have to come right out of your budget. There can be other grants and things, but that is something to keep in mind.
Where are we at with rewriting the master plan and bringing
So
it
that is
together?
part of what we have engaged with.
Okay, so.
I'm
which-
sorry, I thought that was,
No, I wanted to make sure I understood.
that is
So-
part of it now.
So which company are we gonna use?
Withers Revenue.
Okay. And they're gonna help us rewrite the master plan. Are they going to come to you and then you'll come?
I need to follow up because this was about 2 months ago. And,
Okay.
it's time to get it going, and I haven't heard back from the record recently, but, I mean, I would have expected to, so.
Cause we'll need to make sure we've got things, because they're gonna have to add some stuff that is not necessarily in the existing plan, like down the street here. Even the nature park's not really in there per se, so we need to make sure those get.
And that will include, the sidewalks and trails, and that master plan, it is what a master plan is called, intermodal plan.
Yeah.
That we did,
Yeah.
for that will all be included. Speaking of which, while we're on grants and such as that,
Yep,
we just opened the RFQ for the, grant we got on the nature preserve for the
Okay.
planning and partial construction. So, hopefully we'll have someone that awarded probably in July. I think it closes in July. We let this know a little bit longer because that's a very specialty thing. It's not like everybody's gonna apply for it, so.
What did we scope for that, for the work to be done?
So it was, I'd rather show you than tell you because
Okay.
it was pretty detailed in the application that the Land Conservatory
Mhm.
applied for, but the short and sweet of it is, a plan. You know, just, hey, this is where the park needs to go. And then about half of that was in construction. That was basically just gonna take care of some decommissioning and opening some trails.
Okay.
It's
that's-
definitely not the whole thing.
Yeah, that's really
And
all.
we'll see where we go, but hopefully there's parts.
Okay. And then, so that's gonna give us a plan, so we'll have a back and forth process for the plan with them. And then after that, we're gonna do the openings, the closings, the decomming and all of that stuff and get to that stage at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you know, when's our next meeting here?
So we're supposed to be 3 months out, but that's part of why I wanted to know was because if we can do, if we need to do another one, because there's two things I'd like to accomplish. One, I think we need a field trip.
Yeah.
Real bad. And then two, we may need another meeting if we need to
I
discuss
would
that
like
kind of stuff.
I would like when we award the RFQ to a firm
Mhm.
that we have him here for one of your meetings.
So we're supposed to award that when?
You know, I close it on July 1st, and I think it'll either be July or August, we could award it. Depends on how long it take, how many we get, because if I get 5 or 6, it's gonna take a while to really judge them. But if I only get 2 or 3, which this is very specialty, we make it get it to council in July.
August is supposed to be our next meeting.
That may work out.
Okay. So then we probably could just do that then, but just have a field trip between now and then. Okay. All right. So we'll talk about that. That's
So
still,
just to warn you, snake season.
I know I wanted to get it done before now, but it just
Yeah.
didn't happen. Sidewalks, to continue that conversation. What is going to be, I mean, budgets are budgets and money's non-findable. What is going to actually, what's going to be the reality of sidewalks in the next
Are you
18 months?
talking existing or construction?
Fixing and construction of new.
You know, we put a little bit of money every year in Powellville, and what you've been seeing, if you've been around downtown the past 2 weeks, with some repairs.
Mhm.
Trip, we had a company come in and we just looked at downtown and the surrounding blocks.
Okay.
Go through the whole town. They come in and done what they call an assessment of our sidewalks for, you know, mass. This
Yeah.
needs to come up and start over, this is dangerous, or this one's good, we got level 3 and 2 done in our downtown blocks. That's where you probably see some really white concrete.
Yeah, where they
That's,
cut it.
that's where, that's where they've cut it down, they're doing a really good job, and it's low maintenance, it's low, so that's what we could afford to do this year,
Okay.
and that was very expensive. We don't have any plan to add new sidewalks next year,
Okay.
just continue with repair,
Okay.
and we're gonna need to look some serious funding to do some serious work.
And so there's nothing new for
New.
26, 27,
There is, a small amount of funding, the same amount of funding for repair.
just for repair. So just,
Another big thing that has killed us, and we're gonna do right many next year's trees. A lot of the damage you see from, it's not because the sidewalks give it up, it's because there's root under it.
yeah.
Until you get rid of that problem, you can't fix it. But we got a pretty good list right now of trees. Get a few of them knocked out for the end of this budget.
Sure, yeah, I mean, they lift up everything, so, I mean, okay, cause the reason the question is because that's gonna play directly into even a year from now, an application that we put in for a Part F.
Yep.
We're not gonna get it if we don't have the access to, Harrison. They're just not gonna give it to us, cause that was one of the things we got dinged on both times around. And so that's part of
Good to
why,
know.
yeah, if we have the plan, that's helpful.
Yes,
But if we don't have the access to the park, we
right.
just are like, what's the point?
Yeah,
So
I understand.
that's why I have a question. Cool. I guess any questions on either of those two things right now?
My only question is timeline on, hey, we're rewriting the master plan, we're doing it, like, when, if we wait for the next cycle to apply, what is that timeline?
It's May, and it's
So
due in
May.
May, awards in August.
So we're looking at applying May of 27. So we need to make sure all of our, working with this company, everything's working back from that date. We've got enough time to do
We
it.
have to, so the May is a, what you call that? A tricky number. It's due to them in April. It's due to them a month before May if you want the, what do they call that person?
The guy that comes out.
That guy that's from the state that that does that. If you want him to look at your package, it has to be there over a month early. And back from that, you have to have at least one council meeting before that. So that backs us up to March for them to approve certain things. And then before that, we have to have had our public engagement for surveys and everything else. So that backs us up another like 3 months before that. So it basically has to start
Now,
the end of this
Yeah.
year. We have to already have pushed out all of the surveys.
The plan and having all that done.
Yeah. So,
This year.
and the master plan would have to be finished by no later than October, would you think?
yeah, I'd say maybe by the end of the year at least.
You know, if the master plan, we knew it was gonna be fully T's crossed, I's dotted by December, I think we'd be okay.
If we started from scratch, we'd have an issue. But
Yeah,
start
we've
with
got we've got a good base.
And a good update.
So, so yeah, it's a really long, tedious process. Which I guess leads to one question that you made me think of. Do we have any tools for really getting a good survey? You know, or are we just gonna
The
have
survey
to do
is in,
like a public survey?
I'm sorry. I went to.
Not a land
Not a
survey.
land survey,
No, no,
not
asking.
not.
Our
Talk to the
own,
people.
no, we we have the traditional little things, but, they do.
Okay, so so, and
okay.
that's a part of what we're looking to use them for, is to do our public surveys for us?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Cause yes, that was a big hairy pain.
Yep.
So most people don't have any clue what's going on. On anything. They just drive by like
So-
Brad Wilson Park, right? And they're
Yep.
like, it's
To-
closed.
To be
No
honest
clue.
with you, we will ask
How do you,
2,000, 3,000 people, and they'll come up the very next day and go, what are you doing?
after you talk to them?
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, 20 is a really good number out of 2,000. It really is in reality.
Mhm.
Yeah, just don't get a lot of feedback from it.
Yeah, we had 150 2 years ago when we did it, maybe. Total people.
Respond.
Uh-huh. And probably half of those were city employees and people on the board.
Yep. It was.
So yeah, it's a little rough. All right. Any more questions about master plan or sidewalks or part F? Then general updates about the other parks.
So Brad Wilson is the big one. The, two projects going on at Brad Wilson, infrastructure projects. The first one is, for all purposes, is completed. The lift station at the front, there's obviously still some grant stuff to button up, but it is done now. The well, is underway. That's back over toward between the basketball court and the bathroom. So, that should be completed in September. And then we hope to get the park back open, doing everything I can do to get that ball field in. I mean, everything else just needs, just reopening, cleaning, but the ball field was never repaired correctly. And we gotta get that ball field back. That's priority one for that park.
Well, we can't even get to that step till we get everything else out of the way, basically.
Oh, yeah, it needs to remain close to that point. Hey, but,
So,
it needs to remain close to that point just for safety and,
of course.
we still got a lot of walkers in there and things,
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just still go to the park.
Oh, they drive around the barriers.
Well, the barriers were knocked over yesterday.
Yeah, the barriers, we need to get more because they belong to the you know,
Construction companies.
well, they belong to the first project, they don't belong to the second project.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
And, you know, there's a possibility I'm gonna wait until they get all their stuff cleaned up. We may can, when they get all their construction stuff out of the way and it's just to work on that, we may can start opening and barricading an area versus the whole thing, but what we're going on to start with, we did not be anybody.
Right.
Of course. Okay.
Let's see, Summer Street, you know about.
Yep.
Yeah, still looking good. It's just like to move it. Edgebrook, this is exciting. If you've been by there, the tennis court is getting redone this week. They've
Okay.
repaired all the cracks. Yesterday they sanded it, and it is a lot slicker than I thought it was gonna be. They did a really good job. So next step is painting, should finish this week. And new, nets be put up, and they got a deadline June 1st, so that's really good. Record Street, not a lot going on. We just updated that flyer bid, you know, the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you hadn't noticed, on Earth Day, go down, it's not a park, but I'm still proud of it. We put them 4 flyer bids the Appearance Commission's been looking at on Railroad Street and Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
It looked really, 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 really good.
They do.
Yeah.
I wish we could do that, like more and more and more of them, all the way
That-
down that section.
That
be
is the
great.
plan. That is the plan. This was a taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
And railroad company's cool with that and everything else?
Yeah, we actually have an agreement with them from many, many moons back that we could do things that there was very strict rules what we could do. It can't be over like, I can't remember how many inches tall. We could put a bunch of big tall bushes.
Of
things like that,
course.
like these, but yeah, they were fine. We actually, that day, that group that worked on it, we talked about maybe some, wildflower type things. You see that like on the exits that DOT does, the big ones,
Yeah.
maybe something like that. You know, the main thing we want to make it easily maintainable, number one, and then beautiful.
Sure. Is the plan to do that all the way down to the train station?
Yeah, somewhere in there. You know, I'm a little juice of trying to do it in that block from, just before the train station because they use that so heavily. It's almost like a rail yard.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
their construction stuff, so I wouldn't want to get too deep on that side, but everywhere else, I think I feel pretty good about.
Yeah. Cool. Civic Center's not really a park, but it falls under the purview, so.
We talk, I was gonna go back to Harrison and then.
Oh, okay,
jump on that
sure.
Because we'll talk about floors. You've probably seen some pretty good grass, growing the soccer fields or
Mm-hmm.
rocking and rolling. We're hoping to protect them at least until, get closer to football season and, soccer season, fall soccer season. You know, we're trying to work on a kind issue with, open play, because that has been destroying our fields. So we're working through that. Gym floor, and I say that to say this, the Civic Center as well, are scheduled in December to be redone. That was actually in this budget, but, you know, we kinda gotta wait till there's nothing going on, and there's never nothing going on in our parks. So, yeah, but December is a little low, and the floor at the gym's gonna have to be off for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So they're gonna start 2 weeks after, second week in January, December, I'm sorry, and work around Christmas, and then same thing with Civic
So
Center.
it'll be ready.
We just stopped taking rentals at that point.
Okay.
The floor at the, Civic Center is only a refinish, it's not a sand down to the ground. Yeah, it's a new floor, but
Yeah.
they tell us you need to do this about every couple of years, especially when it was new, so.
Okay.
And, in the budget as well, there is for Civic Center, there is to replace our screen and projector, because
Okay.
their projector's not working very well. I mean, projector's an antique and the screen's not working very well, so.
Okay.
got some issues.
Novel concept.
I mean, projectors that are like any other piece of technology, about 5 years.
Yep.
They're obsolete.
If you get a good run, you get 5 or 6
Yeah.
years.
Right.
2 more questions, and they should be quick and easy ones. 2 months ago, at the town council meeting, Fuller
Yes.
presented this stuff to us. Is there any realistic chance of being able to work with one of these plans to, on that stuff?
Yes, but, I wouldn't, don't take that as an approved plan by any means.
Not,
What was asked of that company, and what they did a very good job, is to present a couple of options for pricing.
yep,
And we've got that, and now we're gonna engage that same crowd in this new budget to search for funding that we know, now we know a ballgame price. And I don't have it in front of me, because they're still getting that number to me, but yes, the council was very pleased with what they saw that night.
I was more wanting to make sure that I didn't start dreaming into this and it not be able to be something that ended up in that master plan.
Yeah, so what we're really looking for is let's get us a grant in place
Sure.
of some type. Then we get down and dirty with a construction team on what we really want. But I think that works good for master plan. Hey, we've got this concept
Yep.
and we've got it started. Got some investment in it. Yep. I think that works.
That's why that was the real ask for it. So they gave two different options
Yep.
for, so the guy that owns the company is,
Okay.
he's an architect, but he's a historian. He's a historical
Okay,
architect.
all right.
He was all jazzed up about this place. I sat and talked with them for, I don't know how long that night, 45 minutes, probably, the two of them.
If you'll go back in the April meeting, if you hadn't seen it, he had
Yeah.
an excellent presentation. They're all into the,
Okay,
Online.
got it.
They offered two different options for the building. One that was a big meeting room and an office and stuff, and
Right.
another was more of a historical space.
Yep.
That was kind of like a museum-y type space with a
Yeah.
catering kitchen and a smaller room. I kind of like that one better
Kinda like this one
personally
better.
because we already have a civic center, which they didn't actually realize we had that. So I kind of like that, but it comes with a cool stage, which gives us an ability.
I was hoping to see that.
And they gave us an outdoor shot kind of, and I was explaining to them that this road gets closed.
Right.
And this can become parking for food trucks and all that kind of
That'd
stuff.
be-
So
yep.
they were leaning into that. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean we get to consume this
Right,
space as well?
exactly.
So, but I wanted to make sure before we had a serious talk about this and started engaging and finding out what other people would like to see out there, that it was something that could be realistically
Yeah.
planned. Because I talked with them for quite a while about different things about changing around instead of the half basketball court, getting a splash pad,
Yep.
taking away the pickleball courts because we've got the ones and
Yep.
doing some other work down here, make it more seating friendly and everything else like that. Also working a dog park in right here.
Okay.
So, yeah, especially when you actually have concerts or something, bands playing stuff like that.
Right.
Pickleball doesn't really.
It doesn't really, but a playground, seating for food for people with
We
you know,
have-
covered picnic tables, that kind of stuff works great. So
yeah, the cool thing about, the expense is there in a pickleball court that you could use for whatever,
Exactly.
so.
yeah. So okay, so that was that one, and then I don't know, I lost it. It's gone. I think that's all I've got on updates for parks. Anything else anybody wants to know? We have an application in our packet tonight, but he lives inside of Selma. So we're already full up.
Are we completely full?
Because, well, our only empty is for ETJ. So we have our one other member who couldn't be here tonight,
Okay.
and she lives in town. So unfortunately, he says he'll work on any
Yeah, it's not
board.
that, but recreational or any other.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have him, but we don't have a spot currently.
I think you could approve the application or recommend the application,
Okay,
and it would stay on file as a recommended. If
Okay.
someone decided, moved or something like that, I think that would be acceptable.
because,
They just wouldn't be able to move on as approved on the board if there's not a spot open.
yeah, I mean, he's got everything we want. He's in a botanical society, he's in entomological society. I mean, he's like exactly what we need, but unfortunately, we're full up. We want to say yay to this, to at least saying we like the app.
I second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye. All right. Chief, would you mind giving that back to Dalton and saying, yes, please, but we can't, obviously, we don't have the
If there's,
space. but-
if there's a position open.
Yeah. And then he's got board elections on here. Does he want us to do elections for chair and vice chair tonight? I guess. Okay. I think it's been about a year now, so that makes sense. So we need to do elections for a chair and a vice chair.
I elect you as chair.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess they want me to be the chair.
Yep.
So who wants to be the vice chair? Boy, the quiet starts.
I've been here longer, I guess.
I was gonna say, you've been here longest, so it makes a
Mhm.
little more sense.
Okay, fine.
Like to make a motion, I'll second.
Make a motion for vice chair for her.
I'll second that, so all in favor?
Aye.
We have a chair and a vice chair.
Great.
Thank you. Start with you on this. We're trying to wrap this up quickly so we can get everybody to baseball games. You got any reports, recommendations, requests?
Nothing additional.
My only thing, and I'll be quick so we can go to T-ball. I know that we were changed to required to meet 4 times a year. That's required. We could meet more. Would we be interested in that, especially with given some short timelines? Or just doing the every once in a while occasional special meeting?
I've had the conversation to answer just directly to that.
Yes.
To continue on. I've had the conversation with Dalton twice now. I think I would like to ask that we be moved to every other month.
Sounds good.
If that works for you guys, I think we would be more efficient.
Yes.
Because the every third month is kind of rusty and
Yes,
rough.
it's hard.
So,
Yeah.
So I will present that to Dalton.
Great.
Cross that bridge.
Great.
Anything else? Sue?
That was really the one after all the updates. That's what I got.
Okay. Well then for me, I see some cool things. I know it's a slow train ride, but it should be pretty cool.
Yep.
When would you guys like to go see the nature park?
It's not snake season. I will go
We
anytime.
live in the south.
Yeah, you're pretty much talking decent.
I've been here for a while now. I haven't seen any yet. Knock on wood.
I'm from Florida, so.
I grew up in Texas, so I mean, I can't tell you how many
It's always
times
snake season there.
it is. I
4
mean,
is easy. Four people are easy,
Yeah,
including a driver.
right.
okay.
4 people are easy to do. I could possibly I could get a big one. So we could get over one time.
Okay.
As long as we call a special meeting.
Yeah.
We all get to go.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking is because this week and weekend are done already, obviously, but maybe well, what days in general are better for each of you?
So I would suggest that let's skip the first 2 weeks in June because of, all the things that go on with the
Yep.
budget and such as that. And look at those last couple of weeks. If that works for y'all. That still puts you well before your next meeting.
The week of the 21st through the 27th would be best for me because we work in Raleigh on the 15th through 19th.
I'm good any day that week except Thursday.
Thursday night would be least ideal. PBS.
Okay. How does the 24th sound? It's a Wednesday.
Sounds good.
I do
Let you check
one
on
more
that.
update I want to give you before I leave. I just,
Sure.
so, 24 works for me.
24th works for you. So I'm going to put in a request for Dalton that we are going to have a special off-site, non-meeting get-together to do a field trip.
24th right now looks open.
So pencil it in for now at least.
Okay.
And what time would be best for you, Chief?
6, 7 o'clock, fine.
I would suggest 7 because it gets a little cooler by then.
Okay.
Good for you. Okay.
Just want to remind you about fire camps. We're doing awesome fire camps, these are fire camps, not just don't thing. Summer camps.
Mm-hmm.
If you hadn't seen that schedule, get it out, share it, post it, whatever it is. We work really hard on
Where's
these camps.
Summer camps.
Summer
camp
camps.
program.
From a bunch of sports, a bunch of non-sports. Some very cool stuff. We just, one that I was excited about, I thought it would fall through, but they got a young entrepreneur. Just, so it's not just thinking really outside the box, the group that put that together.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking sometimes. You go, oh, I'm not sure that one's gonna, and then suddenly you find out they like full in like 3 days kind of things.
We'll see. Restoration is open now, and, I mean, we're saying through June 5th, but it's pretty much open to the week before each camp,
Cool.
until we cap it.
Anything else? Anything else? Chief, anything else? And I'm going to adjourn this meeting if everybody's good with that.
Sounds good.